Welcome back to Restore Thrive. I'm Dr. Tim Cummings, and we're talking about advanced side plank progressions. This is what we call the split side plank. And if you're a runner or a field athlete and you've had any sort of trouble with your hips, knees, feet, or ankles, this is a great way to test how much stability you have in that split position. When you're striding out, what we want to see is that both hips are working to stabilize you on the leg that's behind you and the leg that's in front of you. Now what we see with side plank is a lot of times we get really strong when our legs are together, when our feet are right underneath us, but that's not where sport happens. So we always want to make sure that our training reflects our positions. That doesn't mean that we're going to simulate throwing or running or catching with resistance, but we want our muscles and our body to be stable in those positions, strong in those positions that we're going to replicate or encounter on the field. So this is how we do the split side plank. What we're going to do is get down on our side, we're going to get up on our elbow, and I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to bring my bottom leg forward so my knee is about even with my hip. My top leg, I'm going to keep extended. This is going to be important here in a second, because what I'm going to do is pull my bottom side up, squeeze my fist. I'm going to plank up by pushing through the outside of my knee, getting my abs engaged. What I'm going to do from here then is push even harder through this hip, extend this top leg back, and try to keep my trunk from collapsing forward. So I'm going to try to hold this position, and you can see this is really challenging for me here, not only to hold my bottom side up, but to keep my leg from drifting forward. To stay in that extended position, these lateral hip rotators and my glute max has to really fire to hold this position. Now what we like to see is that people can get somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds of this to start. This is a great way to build that isostability in that split position. Once you get proficient at that, what we want to see is that you can start to increase that time under tension. Remember, strength endurance is one of the hardest things to train. And if you're just doing 15 to 30 seconds, you're not going to have strength that holds up for you in the second half or the fourth quarter or that 26th mile of your run. So we want to really lengthen the time that you can hold this out to 1 minute and even 2 minutes. This will take you some time to get to, but it's worth the time you invest. So if you guys have more questions about how to strengthen your lower body for sport or for everyday life, subscribe to our channel or find us at restorethrive.com.